What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here. Now, recently, a lot has been happening in the AI IDE, AI pair programming agent race, and we're seeing all these different new tools come up. We just recently covered Lovable.dev. We've covered Windsurf, Cursor, v0, Bolt.new. The list goes on and on. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at specifically a tool that is somewhat more of an alternative to Bolt.new. It allows you to easily prompt, run, edit, and deploy full stack applications within your browser. This tool is called Databutton. We're going to test it out and see what it's made of and see how it actually compares to some of the other tools like Bolt.new and v0 with some of its recent updates. Without ado, let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so here is Databutton's website. I'll leave a link down below so you can test it out if you want. I'm not going to go through the entire website here, but just I'll scroll down so you can see here are some different apps that they say are built with Databutton. So you can check out some of these apps right here. We have like a e-commerce type app right here, Tagify AI, AI-powered video tagging for every need, Privacy AI, absolutely not Twitch, so a Twitch clone here, Postify, probably a social media posting app, Fast Deck AI, probably generates like slide decks and whatnot with AI. So you can see some information about their team and their pricing. So they do have a pricing plan here. This isn't open source, unfortunately. I'm currently just on the free plan. I'm probably not going to use one of these paid plans. I'm just going to use, because I already have Bolt.new, v0 and whatnot, unless this is substantially better over time than something like Bolt.new or v0, then maybe I would upgrade to one of these plans. But as you can see here, 50 bucks a month, it is more expensive. It's like double the price of Bolt. So that right there obviously isn't the best, but it does have some pretty cool features, and that's why I wanted to showcase it here on the channel. They have some FAQs down here. They do have some docs, a Discord, and about section. And the reason I'm showcasing this, whether you use it or not, one, you can test it out and there's like free credits, but also two, I think a lot of these tools, like as we're seeing all these different tools pop up, some of them, even though I may not use them all the time, I think they have some specific features that I think some of the tools that I do use all the time should integrate, which is, you know, what we're seeing right now with all these competition in the AI space. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and sign in and actually start building. Okay, so once you create a free account, this is what their dashboard looks like. You can see here, we could go visit the docs here, join the Discord, and see all apps, my apps, and shared with me apps. Right here, I created a demo app earlier, but we're going to go ahead and create a new app. Also too, if you go over to their docs, it looks like they have pretty good docs. You know, it covers a lot of different things, FAQs, core concepts, prompting app UI, prompting up your API within Databutton, connecting UI with Backend, UI components, authentication integration such as Firebase integration or Supabase, database integration with those two, Stripe integration, workspace, data storage, secrets. So they have all this within their UI, place for their secrets, version history, console. So this is all good stuff, right? That you tend to want to see in one of these type of Bolt apps. Package installation, keyboard shortcuts, invite collaborators, which is actually really nice that they have that. Media uploads, so this is good too. App theme, so there's that. Chat with website, working with data sources, build AI agents with using OpenAI's API. They even have porting a Bolt app to Databutton, working with storage files, adding images to your app, getting streaming to work. A bunch of different stuff. I think you guys get the point. If you want to check out some of those specifically, go check out the docs. So here's how you build the app. This is actually kind of cool that they do have it like this, where it kind of gives you like a form that we can fill out. So let's just say we want to do a CRM application. Okay, so for the pitch, we got a CRM app for managing contacts and also has a built-in task manager. For app description, we have a clean, modern UI, fully functional, light mode and dark mode, add additional features to impress me and make it a world-class app. Then for target audience, where we put in our primary user group. I'm just going to put business owners here. Then you can put main screen size, so you can, you know, set it up so it's optimized either for desktop, mobile, or tablet out of box mainly. I guess the default theme right here, I guess. So I don't know if it will be able to do light mode and dark mode. We'll see, because I'm putting dark mode here, but whatever the case is, you can put that there. And then design guidelines, so your style preferences, branding elements, color schemes, typography, etc. Okay, I'm just going to keep it pretty basic. Clean UI, Futura font, if not available, then pop-ins, and then modern application. Okay, so next I'm going to click on generate starting point with AI. Generate starting point. Hold on, this should take just a moment. Generating starting point, analyzing guidelines. So initialize app, extract design guidelines, generate plan, and write code. So it's just going on with that. Once that's done, it's actually happening pretty quickly, but once that's done, we'll hop back in. Okay, and here we go. This is where we're at with the first generation. So we can see here, got a dashboard, total contacts, active deals, tasks, meetings today. Okay, light mode and dark mode works right out of box, so that's actually pretty cool. We can, okay, so add tasks doesn't seem to be working, add new contacts doesn't seem to be working. But this is actually pretty good for the first prompt. Literally the first prompt. You could open preview up here. So this is actually one of the reasons why I decided to do a review on this tool, just because I found that right out of box, it has a pretty good generation. You can click edit code here to actually see the code that it generated. We'll come back to some of this in just a second. If we go back to their UI, they have a bunch of different options. So you can preview on tablet. So it's actually optimized for that. Preview on mobile, it's actually optimized for that too. But we'll stick to desktop. You can see your history up here. So we'll maybe check that out once we actually do some more changes again. Go back to my CRM application. So down here in the right, I'll show you what we got here. We got great dashboard page. So it kind of is giving you different prompts. Add task list to task manager, build contact list and contacts, prepare for deployment. You could send a message to agent. You can create from image. You can add tags. You can generate ideas right here. You can see your how many credits you have. With a free account, you get 20 credits, so not too bad, but like I said, you know, not the greatest. Now, if we go new thread here, you can do a new thread. Over here is where you'll see kind of your build right here. So we can see we got pages, UI components, UI files, backend. All right, so your app has no APIs. Media, so public media files right here. Okay, you can add media. You can do new API right here, add a new backend. You could add internal storage right here, files. You could add new UI component all yourself manually if you want. But we're gonna go ahead. You can click on view tasks here. So you can see here, kind of gives you like a to-do of certain tasks. You could also click generate tasks to generate more tasks. But this is actually really nice, I think, out of box that it gives you. So kind of gives you like your next prompt. So here's one, for example, CRM. As a user, I want to create a fast API for managing contacts so that I can perform CRUD operations from contact data. All right, so we can go ahead, click start task. As you can see here, now it is actually going ahead with the AI agent over here. And we can see it's saying I'll create a new API with contact management endpoints. Here's my plan. All right, so we got a planning agent. So you can see it's thinking, it says that. Now it's listing the files here. So it's actually a new source /APIs/contacts.py with CRUD endpoints for contacts. Here's my plan. Create Pydantic models with for contact data, including fields like name, email, phone, company, etc. Implement endpoints for get contacts, list all contacts, get contacts /ID right here, get a single contact, post contacts. So create contacts, update contacts with a put, delete contacts right here. Use db.storage.json for storing contacts. Would you like me to proceed with this implementation? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. So I don't know exactly what the 15 credits are. I don't know if that's, I guess maybe over time a credit gets used. As you can see, we've been sending a couple different messages here and we're still at 15 credits. So it's not, a credit isn't just like one message. So that's good at least. All right, so now we can see here that it is writing the code. Okay, so should be done in just a second. All right, creating contacts, backend, reloading backends. So now we can see here, backend, we got contacts right here. So code written for CRUD operations. Now it's writing some more code. As you can see right now, it says failed to import Python module. Email validator is not installed. Run pip install Dynamic email. Let's see if it fixes that. So I've completed the contacts API with the following features: CRUD, data validation using Pydantic models with fields, name, email, phone, company, title, notes, persist storage using DB storage. I'm just putting over here, it says failed to import Python module email validator. Okay, so it says the package has been installed, even though I still get that error here. It's saying that it's going to validate that it has been installed and the APIs are working correctly. Okay, so it's running the Python code to check. Python code executed. I noticed that we need to wait for the APIs to properly be registered in the system. The error we're seeing seems to suggest the email validator installation needs to be persisted. Let me try a different approach by modifying the contact API to use a simpler email validation. Okay, so it tells me what it's done. So it's written code and replaced email string with string pattern validation for emails, updated contacts backend. So I've updated contacts API to use string pattern validation for emails instead of email string. This should resolve the import issues. The API now uses a regex pattern to validate email addresses, maintains all the same functionality, doesn't require additional dependencies. Okay, so asking if it wants to verify that it's working. I'm going to say yes. Yes, verify. So it's calling the API endpoints right now. So called successfully for creating contact, reading logs, logs read. So it's good that it can actually do all this, like reading the logs and troubleshoot this. I think that's actually very useful. I like how it kind of can go on autopilot, and it's pretty smart with this agent in terms of like actually getting tasks done. It's actually pretty good, to be honest. The main issue I would personally see is just kind of the price points for the credits. I don't know. I mean, I haven't used this tool extensively, but this just doesn't seem like it would. I mean, depending what you're building, if you're just using it, I mean, like we've been building this, we've used 5 credits so far to get a front end as well as a API setup right here. We're not done yet, but I just feel like, you know, in terms of what we've seen in the market with like stuff like Bolt and even Lovable.dev, v0, looking around that 10, 20, you know, $30 price point is typically where, you know, we're looking at for the value that you get. Okay, so code written, add proper error handling and logging to create contact endpoint, failed to update contacts backend. So now it's rewriting code. So it's good that it like can run these tests itself and kind of see that it failed and then iterate upon itself. Okay, so it gave us a progress summary here. Now it's saying next steps, I will continue to refine the endpoint here by ensuring implementation is complete and handling proper errors. After that, I will test and create contact functionality again to see if the issue is resolved. So I'm going to continue with the current course. I'll just go ahead and say yes. Okay, so I'm just noticing that the second task is for a React app that uses an interface with Fast API. So this one is just using Fast API. So similar tasks right here. I guess some of them would probably be similar and give you options to choose from. So yeah, there's different options. Just read through the different tasks if you're using this. Okay, it looks like it got an error up here, but then it rewrote some code and then it ran the same thing and looks like it didn't get an error again. So that's good. It can iterate and actually solve the issues, which is actually nice. That's one of the strengths I would say with this tool. That's pretty good with iterating. The agent itself, how it's just running on autopilot, I actually kind of like it opposed to some other tools. It's pretty good with running on autopilot and even running tests, like it's successfully testing these API endpoints and everything automatically, which is actually really, really useful. Like it's kind of autonomously building itself right here and running the tests, you know, troubleshooting, which is actually something I really like. Okay, so now it says the contacts API is now working correctly. I verified. So I verified creating contacts, listing contacts. The data is properly stored and retrieved. All the required fields are present in the response. The UUID is properly handled. Would you like me to test the other endpoints, get contacts, update contacts, delete contacts as well? Maybe we'll do that in a bit. I just want to go ahead and build out some other additional things in this app. I'm going to go ahead and do new thread here. Okay, so if you go tag here, you'll be able to tag either tasks or APIs, pages, data files right here, contacts. So that's useful. You can also In the new thread, it's going to prompt us with this. So test contact creation, debug contact listing, deploy the app, add error handling. You can also click generate tasks up here. So describe what you would like to work on next. I'm just going to say improving app, adding more pages, forms, functionality, components, etc. Generate these tasks here. This is useful because if you ever don't know what you should generate next, you can just kind of generate new tasks and have it generate them for you. So it generated 5 new tasks. We can see here, we can say as a user, I want to add a page for managing tasks so that I can view and edit tasks related to my contacts. Let's go ahead and start that task. Okay, so it's thinking, listed files, files listed. Now it's going to develop a plan right here. So here's the proposed plan. First, create a task, create task API with endpoints for list tasks, create tasks, update tasks, delete tasks, get task details. Then create a task page with a clean UI using ShadCN components. Finally, integrate it with contact system. Would you like me to proceed with the task API first? I'm just going to say yes. Okay, so now we've created the task API with all the necessary CRUD operations. Let's fix linting errors, and then we can proceed with creating task page. So it did that. Now we have the task API set up. Let's create the task page. I'll show a modern clean UI, blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead and just say simply yes. So I'd say this app or this tool is actually really good with their autonomous side of things. The way it works with the agent, I think that is something actually kind of unique. I mean, I haven't seen too many that are able to do it this good. Okay, so it's actually been going now for maybe like 3, 4, maybe even 5 minutes here. So it added task page with task form and task components, and then toast components and fixed TypeScript errors in task page. So it picked up those TypeScript errors, which is actually really cool and useful. Got an error here, so apologize for the error. Let me fix that by first reading the current code and then making the changes. Read code for task. So I didn't like give any other prompts other than that. And now I added toast components, fixed TypeScript errors for toast UI, use toast UI, toaster UI, failed to update tasks, read code for tasks, add toast components and fixed TypeScript errors. Okay, so we had some issues here. It troubleshooted them automatically, read the code for tasks, updated task page to correct imports and API calls, and then updated toast components and fixed API parameters names. So if I go to task page here, it should load. Okay, now we can see our tasks. I go new task right here. We can add a new task like test task right here. Priority to do. This was like a ShadCN component. Create. All right, it wasn't letting me create, so I'm saying it won't let me create tasks after filling in the form and the home page. Add task button should go to the home page. All right, now we can see that the agent is revising this. Okay, so added a navigation task page. So let's go ahead, check our home page. All right, so if we click on add new task and it brings us to the task page here. Now we click new task, do test, medium, to do, create. Okay, still not working. So I'm saying the create button on the task form component isn't working. Okay, for some reason, it won't create the task, which is kind of annoying. You could go ahead, deploy it. You could go ahead and open a preview. As you can see, when I'm trying to create a task here, it's not creating, which is annoying. All in all, I think, you know, it's good at creating an app with one prompt, pretty good. Like out of box, as you can see here, got a nice graph here. It's functional or somewhat functional. We got light mode and dark mode, which it got right. And I do like some of the features of the interface. It is kind of cool how it has everything structured out here. The only issue is I don't see a way to export it. The only way I see that you can actually export the code is going into the code and actually editing the code and then manually copy and pasting the code into your IDE, which I definitely do not like. They do allow you to deploy it to a custom domain here or to a subdomain for their domain right here. They do have the feature to upload from an image, which is pretty nice. And I do really like the agent as well as the task functionality that it has in here within the UI. But other than that, you know, I think it does have potential. I think the features, I do like some of the features, but I personally wouldn't be paying for this tool. 50 bucks a month for 200 credits just doesn't make sense to me when I could use something like Bolt, V0, etc. Now, I do think it does have some features that are unique to it that something like Bolt v0 or whatever could incorporate, like that agent feature, how it autonomously is able to iterate, improve, check for TypeScript errors, check for log errors, and all that good stuff. That's pretty cool. And all in all, it does do a pretty good job, but I don't think you're going to get enough bang for your buck. That's my personal opinion. But if you guys are maybe a fan, if you've used this tool before, maybe I'm missing something, let me know in the comments down below. If you try this tool out and have some success with it, let me know what your thoughts are about it. Other than that, guys, let me know how you think it compares to some of the tools like Bolt.new, v0, etc. Does it beat them? Is it on par, or is it just a lot worse in your opinion? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys. If you're new to this channel, we upload videos all the time on AI, marketing, sales, AI coding, business, etc. So if you like that type of content, you got some value here, make sure to like that video, comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with the uploads. There's been a lot, like I said, of different AI tools coming out, so this is just one of them that I plan on covering. We got some more on the way, so stay tuned for those videos. Also, too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stridecommunity.com, I'll leave a link down below, stridecommunity.com, for our free Facebook group and Discord channel. And then also, too, guys, I recently just created a new community called the Stride AI Academy, where there's free resources, free courses, free tools, a bunch of free stuff. I've been working on it nonstop for the last few days. So I got some really cool stuff coming. So I'll leave a link down below. I just changed it, actually, if you're wondering, from Stride AI Community to Stride AI Academy, because it's going to be filled with boatloads of educational content and knowledge and courses. So make sure to join that. Currently, it is for free. In the future, there may be a price point to it, so join while it is for free. Other than that, guys, if you run a business and you need help with your systems, your marketing, your sales, implementing AI agents, AI call center, appointment setters into your business, then book a call down below at executivestride.com/apply. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care. Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents.